Oh, actually, I forgot to count to three. Hello,
Three.
what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Digital Bites, Zoom edition. So, guys, I know it's been forever. I think the last time we did one on Zoom, and we actually had it posted on Spotify and all, as well as all the other mediums. It was, I think, July. So it's been a good while for sure. It's been a good while. But before I dive deep and stuff like this, man, let's go around the room. George, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Freddy? I'm doing good, man. Not a lot going on. Just surviving COVID. So me and Jen got COVID a few weeks ago, but we made it to the other side. So we're doing good now. Appreciate it. But yeah, besides that, man, you know, we just keeping busy, you know.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad everything is Gucci on your end. And how about you, D? How you doing, man?
You know, same old, still just hanging in there, keeping busy at home, working, and I got my COVID vaccine recently, so
Nice.
Yo, man. I was gonna ask you about that
Surviving,
COVID vaccine. Man. Like, how does it feel, man? Like, I know it's like a little bit of you get like a little bit of like COVID in it, right? Of course, to
actually
defenses or something.
There's different vaccines. The one I have, the Moderna one, there actually isn't any COVID strain in it. It's an RNA thing. But in terms of like side effects, it's not like the first it's 2 doses. So the first dose, it was like nothing, just an arm sore, like a tetanus shot. Second dose, same thing, except it kind of left me kind of groggy, like kind of tired, and some like kind of like muscle aches and chills like this morning. But I'm doing a lot better now, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's good, man. Though, man. Yeah, I need to get mine soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's no joke, dude. No joke. Going through it.
No, I'm sure, man. I'm sure. Yeah. But anyways, guys, just to kind of look at things, are you guys able to see me, or who are you guys looking at?
Looking right at you, baby.
Yeah.
You're looking at me? I'm looking at. Okay. And when George, you're talking, do you look at Derrick? Do you see George?
Well, I have it. I see it's like in a gallery view.
Yeah, gallery.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. That's what I want to make sure, because right now I was getting kind of confused with this whole window thing. So,
okay.
Little technical difficulties, but
no.
Anyways,
no, it looks like you got all of us three pinned on the main screen.
Perfect. That's what I wanted. I want to just have everybody there so everybody can see you guys, you know, see what's going on, you know. So, especially with Derrick's blue screen, he could be like anywhere at this point, you know.
I am anywhere, everywhere.
He's anywhere, dog.
All right, guys. So let's get this show on the road. Of course, we're trying to stay current on events and things like that sort. So one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about, man, is this McDonald's Pokemon craze. You know, it's crazy because I just started knowing about this because David started collecting all these cards, and I'm just like, and he has all these boxes of like Happy Meals, and I mean. And I'm like, that's when I got the first whiff of it. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And then I just found out that McDonald's is doing this whole promotion of McDonald's stuff.
Yeah, you want to know why, Freddy? Because right now, or this year, is the 25th year anniversary for Pokemon. So they're doing all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of promos. I mean, I guess they're hooking up with McDonald's. You can get all kinds of stuff on the Pokemon Center website, like special limited edition type of. They were even doing. I was trying to get myself one, but I couldn't get it. They were doing like custom made like Pikachu skateboards and stuff like that too. They're doing all kinds of stuff this year. So yeah, this is a big year for Pokemon for sure.
Man, that is awesome to hear. And this is what I was talking about, guys, is just the whole Pokemon thing here. Of course, this one is a statement because there has been some crazy scalping going on with this. Like, a lot of course, I mean, you know, Pokemon dates back all the way back to when we were, you know, young. So definitely a lot of, you know, older adults, gentlemen like us, and people that want to scalp are definitely like buying up these Happy Meals, like straight up. And they're flipping this stuff for like ridiculous amount of money, man. Like I was just looking at the other thing, this whole box, dude, almost $1,000. It's insane. I mean, what do you guys think about this stuff, man?
Honestly, I think it's terrible. this isn't actually like a new thing. What I've noticed in the past year, actually, yeah, prices go the way at Pokemon. I've been collecting the cards for a while now. I have a lot of the older ones. I recently started collecting some of the newer sets, but the problem is people are generally like, because of I think ever since well, people are more aware of Pokemon now as like seeing the money potential in it. So now there's more people that are kind of entering the hobby with the more concern of how to make a quick buck versus like collectors. So you'll have people like go to stores like Target, Walmart, whatever, and they'll clean out like all of the merchandise for a set, and then they'll sell it online for like, you know, twice the price. And that's been going on a lot for like the past few months. So like they have these things called ETBs. It's like Elite Trainer box. It's like a box with like the little like dice and stuff, and it comes with like 8 packs. I think they retail for like $50. Well, sometimes people will buy those. They'll clean out the stores, like they'll go to Target and buy all of them, and then sell them online for $100 each.
Wow, that's insane. And for the listeners here, I was just showing pictures of like the Pokemon cards are being out as far as like what McDonald's is promoting, as well, like, you know, eBay things. These things are selling for ridiculous amount of money. And Derrick, you're right, man. It's kind of retarded how they're doing this, you know. And I get it, you know, people want to, well, I mean, there's people that want to flip this stuff, and there's people that really want to enjoy these things. I mean, it's a promo. It's things that, you know, for kids as well, and to get into this craze. But it's just crazy how this is turning out, because there's people that are going up into McDonald's. They're paying like $1,000 worth of product right out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that McDonald's is doing right now is they're trying to encourage the franchise owners to kind of limit the amount of boxes they can get per, I'll say per customer, because there's people out there that, man, they're willing to drop that dough, right? Because they know that
yeah. So oh, go ahead, Freddy. So
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, like, so I was kind of like looking into it, because I've been kind of like in that little reseller type of business myself, because a lot of the things is you can buy the individual like Happy Meal with, like, you know, of course getting your little pack or whatever, but people are, I guess, like buying it by the case, like where you can just go ahead and go into McDonald's and like buy an entire box full of them, kind of like with that picture that you showed earlier, and then people are reselling those, right? So I mean, it kind of just, I mean, it's kind of like the world we live in now. It's like, I mean, if people are always, I mean, it's always been around, like people buying stuff, like resellers buying, like trying to clean out stores or clean out, you know, places, and then reselling it. And of course, I mean, there's always people that have the money and they're gonna buy, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's kind of like, it's capitalism, man, right there at its best. So it's nothing much you can do about it too.
I don't know, because my thing is, the problem I have is like, okay, so we have people entering the market to buy and flip now. So everybody has the mindset of, I need to buy as much as I can to hold on to it. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're thinking that, so are 100 other people. So suddenly there's like an artificial like scarcity of product right now. My thing is, like 10 years from now, you're like, oh, I have this super rare product. Well, guess what? You don't, because that guy over there, he has 100 of them too. Mm-hmm. That guy, he has it all too. So it's like what they're doing right now is creating an unsustainable bubble. Because think about the cards we collected when we were kids. We weren't going to the Toys R Us and buying 20 packs and stashing them away. We're opening them, playing with them, stuff like that. So that's why a lot of that stuff maintains its rarity. And if you find a box of that old school stuff, that's why that's rare. But nowadays, you have people buying complete sets, stashing them. I mean, I've seen pictures online. Guy has like walls of this product sealed. Again, like, yeah, it's rare now, but it's only rare because you keep hoarding it. So again, when it comes time to sell, you're gonna have a huge market surplus, and your sudden investment is worth crap now.
Yeah, that's the downside, right? Is that everybody is kind of jumping on that mindset. Hey, how, like, I need to flip this. I need to flip this. I need to flip this. And it's just not like one person. You know, you got thousands of people.
Oh yeah, thousands.
North America itself. Who knows, and across the world.
Yeah.
And so now, rather than enjoying the product, you're more of just, okay, I mean, I get it. You want to make money off of it, but then it gets to the point where is everything going to be that way moving on from here? That anything that pops up that's new, everybody wants to hoard it just to flip it. And then, I mean, it is a bubble. Eventually, there will be a time, like Derrick's saying, that all that stuff you just kept for a long time, it's probably not going to be worth anything anymore when people don't really care about it, because the demand is only, I mean, I would say if the demand is there, of course you'll make it. If the demand is gone, that's it. Like now you got.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, Pokemon's going to be around for a while. I mean, it's been around 25 years and they're celebrating. That's what I was telling you, like they're celebrating their 25th year anniversary. So that's why they're doing all this stuff with like McDonald's and releasing all these like packs and stuff. So I mean, the craze is there, and I mean, it's been around 25 years already. I mean, Pokemon's nothing new, so it's gonna continue. I mean, who knows? I don't know about another 25 years, but it's still gonna be around, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would say whatever happens, right? I mean, we'll see how long. Because I mean, then again, you know, this is just particular to McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, it might be at one point that people won't even care about those cards anymore, and they'll move into the next whatever McDonald's. Not McDonald's, but the next thing that Pokemon releases as far as collectibles. So, of course, you gotta look at the market to see what it's will make.
We gotta get on the Yu-Gi-Oh.
The Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's another big money.
Yeah, I have not played Yu-Gi-Oh in a minute, man. It's been a while. But anyways, guys, moving on to the next topic here. WandaVision. Let me show you here. So for the fans that have not seen WandaVision just yet or
Spoiler
are
alert.
on the fence, it's not really a spoiler alert, but it's just more of just looking
Great show,
at,
man. I love it.
yeah, right now we're up to 6 episodes. This is kind of the overview of what's going on with WandaVision. What are you guys' thoughts on this, man? Like, since I know I've only seen about 2 episodes, I need to really start looking at it more. But for you guys, if you guys already been like dive deep in this, what are your thoughts of WandaVision, and what you guys would recommend to somebody that maybe may be on the fence of watching this?
Go ahead, Derrick. Go ahead, man.
It's a pretty good. I think it's a good show. It has like a kind of, I would say, like a slow burn. Like it's not, you don't get everything all at once, because it first starts off as like you can see like throughout like a sitcom type of thing. But if you have to pay really close attention to little details of like, you know, because if you look at a lot of things they show in the episode, like it's intentional. So like you have to pay attention, and I think that kind of dissuades people. Some people don't have the patience. I've talked to people that watch it like, this is trash, you know, this is like it's a dumb TV show. But if you stay with the show after like maybe the 4th episode, the clues become more overt, and it's like flat out, hey, something's not right here.
Yeah, no, that's the feeling I got, because I know that I started watching it, and of course, you know, for me it's, you know, 1 and 2 episodes are kind of dragging a little bit for me, and that may be because I was watching it at night and I was already tired. Maybe, you know, during the day I probably would have been stuck on it, but I would say for somebody maybe that also watches at night, maybe that might drag a little bit. But like you said, Derrick, it's kind of a slow burn. It's a build up, you know, little hints, because I did notice little hints, especially like there's one scene where everything is kind of eerie, right? As far as like in that one dinner with the boss and them, right? That's one little part. Of course, I'm not trying to throw too many bits out there, but that's, you start seeing strange little things happening, right? And it's giving you a hint that, like you said, Derrick, something doesn't add up, and it kind of, maybe that's when the hook, right? The hook comes in, and it's like, yo, we got to keep watching this because something's gonna blow up, right? But what do you think, George?
Yeah, I wouldn't say, yeah, the first 3 episodes are kind of I mean, you get that like slow, like, you know, they're trying to do the character development type of thing, and they have that whole element of like that old school like TV sitcom type of thing. And I mean, to some people it's kind of like cheesy, like this is kind of boring or whatever. If you get past that And then I would say, yeah, definitely by the 4th episode, they really kind of like, it takes a turn almost, right? Like you start seeing kind of like behind the scenes of like what's really going on, you know? So I think that's kind of where it grasps me. Even up to this latest episode, it's really, really good. Yeah, I would say, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about like, I guess, Wanda, because I mean I never really read her comics or Vision and stuff like that, but just kind of what I've seen online and like reading things and like theories and all kinds of stuff, overall it looks pretty good, like where the show is heading towards, if the theories and all that stuff is, you know, correct. It's pretty good. I would say it's pretty good. Kind of mind twisted type stuff. Like
that's what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
What is the timeline? This is stage as far as like the way it looks. Kind of looks like 1950s. You know.
So like first episode is 1950, second episode 1960, then like 70s, 80s, 90s. No, I think we're right now. The last episode was the 80s. Episode
okay, like
6.
late 80s maybe, like
yeah,
late
80s,
80s, early 90s,
or the 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
each
so
episode
it
it jumps a decade.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, man. I mean, for me, like Wanda itself, she looks great in the 1950s. Like she has I think she's always been a very attractive person, but that, I don't know, it fit her very well on there. But I would say, yeah, definitely for the fans of Marvel fans out there, or people that are barely catching on to this, you know, just stick with it, right? Just stick with it. It's like Derrick said, it's kind of a slow burn, but it starts picking up, right? So that's where you want to make sure that everybody knows that. Maybe, like you said, George, maybe the first 3 episodes is kind of a little bit of a drag, but eventually it's building up momentum, and then I would say that's when you get hooked, right? Is when you start seeing things move like that. Okay.
That's a great show, man. Great show. Check it out.
Cool. Moving on. Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer.
I know this is D's favorite topic.
Yeah, let's get into this.
Okay, all right. Let's watch the trailer real quick here, and then we'll kind of give our thoughts about everything else that concerns this. Okay, so
love it.
Share this. I was trying to download the meter, but I didn't want to subscribe to IGN for
man.
No, you don't need to.
Play it on YouTube.
I don't. That's still kind of
okay.
All right, guys. Thoughts on the trailer or anything else that relates to this?
Man, I would say, can I just start first?
Go ahead,
just
man.
start
Do your
first?
thing.
All right.
Spit for us.
So I saw the trailer beforehand, and man, the whole time I was just thinking trash. Like, I don't know, man. It's just I can't with DC, bro. I can't. Like, it's horrible, man. It's like they're trying to build it up to make it seem like this is gonna be something epic. I mean, the first Justice League movie was just horrible, man. And I don't see how it's gonna get any better with the Snyder cut. Like, yeah, well, go ahead.
The story that I hear is that, of course, Snyder, when he started the Justice League, he took off for personal reasons and left another director to finish it up. And so the whole essence of the Snyder cut is that Snyder comes back and finishes his way of how the movie was supposed to, or at least how his way the story was supposed to go as far as the Justice League. And so it's kind of a redemption of sorts. We're like, you know, everybody hated Justice League. Maybe Snyder might make it a little bit more enjoyable. I don't know. But that's why there's a huge emphasis that says Snyder, because they want to say, hey, don't associate that other stuff. We want to show what it was supposed to be, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I got from the article. What is your thoughts, Derrick?
Okay, so many things. Okay, yeah. So like
break
Jorge,
it down, baby.
I did watch the trailer earlier today. The trailer itself wasn't bad. Actually, it was. If I hadn't seen the Justice League before, I'd like, okay, this might be good. That's, I guess, the thing about that's. I mean, so, my problem is like the whole like Snyder cut labeling. Like, is it really a cut anymore? I feel like they just redid the entire movie. And I think I heard somewhere that it's not even a movie. It's gonna be like a 4-episode series.
Yeah, it's a series. Yeah, that's
So
what I heard too.
it's like, I mean, people are like saying, "Oh my God, this is it. This is what's supposed to happen." I'm like, no, this was never a thing, because say Snyder had finished his Justice League, he would only had 2 hours. He wouldn't have had like 4 hours and whatever to do it. So like, it's easy to call this like his cut, but this is like Warner Brothers giving him like carte blanche. All right, man, just get a redo. You get a mulligan. Like, the old was trash.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever you want. So, and boom, because there's a whole fan base out there that like was worshiping like Snyder. Like, oh man, yeah, there's the Snyder cut that's been done. It's out there already. It's already done. Like, it's not. It didn't exist. There was no Snyder cut. This Snyder cut is just a redo. And
I feel like in that part, and I feel like in that portion, Derek, I feel like that's what they're trying to cling on, right? Is like they want to justify this whole trash of a movie, and they're like, "Yo, you haven't seen the Snyder cut. The Snyder cut is what makes this, you know, better. I would say it makes everything better, right?" But like you're saying, Derek, it seems like it's more of a redid. It's more of like, you know, they're trying to save this universe, DC cinematic universe, in one way, because it's just been trashed this whole time, dude. Like, going back from all the DC movies to now, like, really, for me, the only movies I have enjoyed was the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight series. That's the only series.
But see, that wasn't even part of the DCE though. That's the thing, you know.
Yeah, it's like that was, you know, because everything I've seen, like everything that isn't related to like the everything that Snyder hasn't touched has been actually pretty good. You got I think Aquaman was decent. I think Snyder had a very small role in that. Wonder Woman, the first one, a very limited role in that. Also a good movie. All the Bale Batman, the Nolan ones, Snyder wasn't involved in that. Those are good movies.
Those were great.
Yeah. What else? There's another one. But pretty much, like the Joker.
Joker, yeah.
Snyder has nothing to do with Snyder. Great movie.
Yes. And I cannot believe they're going back to Leto. I'm sorry, man. I mean, Jared Leto had his time. If you notice, like they changed Leto. Like he didn't have the tats on him and everything. And I think that in the trailer, that line he quotes, like "We live in a society," that was from Joker movie. So they're somehow trying to like combine them. Like no, this is the good Joker. Like Leto changed it up, because like if you remember Suicide Squad, we only saw Joker in flashbacks, and it was like stupid. So it's like I think. Yeah, the gorilla tattoos and the like the going full retard, you know. Like, I don't know. It's like it was just bad. Yeah, that
got a tattoo. Got a tattoo of a smiling face.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you know, was it Joaquin
Phoenix?
Yeah, his version was great, because you know we were left with the whole, you know, Heath Ledger's, you know, Joker, which set the bar, right?
That was
beautiful, right? Beautiful masterpiece. Then you got Joaquin's, which is like, I thought it was amazing. I'm like, yo, like good. I loved the way they had that whole movie, and I was just like hoping that they would link this in some way. But then they bring back Leto. Like, I don't know if they're just trying to do some kind of like trying to make it right again because of the other movie that he was in, that he made Joker look like a prick.
An idiot. I don't know. He's like, I get like with Joker, there's a level of like insanity. He's not supposed to make sense, but there is like an overarching like purpose. This guy, he's crazy, but there is a hint of reason. He has a plan. Like with Leto, he was just like, he's like a prick. Like, what is this guy doing? He's just stupid to be stupid.
Yeah, that's how I felt that whole movie was. It was just like him being stupid throughout the whole time. Like I was just like, I don't know, man. That was definitely something very, very forgettable.
It's like, I don't know. My biggest problem, because I noticed things like with Justice League, like they're including a ton of more characters. And my always thought on it is the problem with Justice League wasn't a lack of characters. It was a lack of character. Like you had everybody come together, but you didn't know squat about them. I noticed in the trailer, they're kind of showing more backstory which was missing from the first Justice League movie. Like the Flash, they showed him like kind of pre Justice League, actually doing more stuff besides like a couple scenes. And then they showed like it's more Wonder Woman history, more Cyborg history, and that was like the biggest problem. But I feel like what they're going for now, because I've heard I've read rumors they have the Green Lanterns back in, the Martian Manhunters back in it. I mean, you know, they had the Joker, and it's like I feel like they're doing too much too fast. Like just make one cohesive story, and then you can branch from there, because like there's so many great stories in DC. Like I love Marvel comics, and I'm like DC too, and DC has a lot of great stories, but I feel like Snyder is trying to do every cool story all at once in one big series, because it's like when you can, like, I think you need to save room, because like my biggest problem with BVS, it was the main villain besides the stupid Martha thing, was the whole Doomsday. Doomsday was like one of like the greatest villains in terms of like power. He killed Superman. So it's like, you know, and this guy gets like speared out in the first movie. So it's like,
yeah, no, I get you. Now I think that's the problem, right? Is that you're trying to throw in so much into this smaller thing where I feel like they're trying to do catch up, right? Like they're trying to get where Marvel's at, but the way Marvel did it, of course, this was kind of a momentum building since 2008, because 2008 is what kind of started the whole thing, right? With the first Iron Man. And from there, they started weaving everything, all the rest of the movies with all the other superstars weaving in. And then you started getting the Avengers. Then you started getting it. Pretty much it ends up with, you know, Endgame, which was kind of like a huge climax. It was just like you were on this ride for almost 10 to 11 years, and you finally get to that point where everything just comes together, right? And so it was very satisfying to see that, compared to Justice League, or not, but DC world. And I feel you, Derrick. Like I love DC as much as anybody else. I grew up with Batman and Superman, you know, reading their comics and stuff, and it's always been great to me. But you're right, like Snyder's just trying to jam pack everything just to get it out the door, but you're not getting any quality content with that. You're just getting more of like, I feel like you're getting more of like how the Justice League started in that movie, where you just get a little hints of where they come from, and then all of a sudden they all come together and they're a super team. And so it's almost like you have to be a super nerd to really understand how these people came together, right? It's not like someone that's new to comics or new to movies and just sees like, okay, I guess they're having superpowers and now they're all together. You know, there's really not much back content where, you know, there's no momentum built in that. So yeah, I totally get you on that one in there. But what about you, man? What about you, George? What's you're just like, it's all trash, huh?
It's all trash to me. I mean, even looking at the trailer, like the way they set it up, because it's not even like a full widescreen clip. I don't, if I went, like when I was watching it on YouTube, it was like almost like a squared out like clip. I don't even know why they did it that way, but I don't know, man. It's kind of, I mean, what you guys were pretty much saying. It's like they're trying to cram so much into like just kind of redoing everything. And I mean, I guess what's helping them is that they have that. I feel like it's gonna be like a series, because it's gonna be on HBO Max, and you know, Snyder has a little bit more time to, I guess, kind of develop some stuff without, I guess, being limited to just like a 2.5 hour movie.
I guess it remains to be seen,
just,
right?
I don't know, man. We'll see. I feel like I'll give it a shot. I'll still watch it, you know. I'll still see it. But
it remains to be seen.
I'm not expecting it to top like MCU type stuff, you know. Like it's not. It can't. Like it cannot. It doesn't even come close to like the MCU stuff.
I mean, it won't, right? But at least I would say give us something that I would say is worthwhile. You know, of course, if you put Marvel and DC as far as cinematic ways. You know, Marvel of course sweeps the floor, but if DC can at least give us something that we can say, okay, you know, not as great as Marvel the way they handled it, but hey, at least we're getting something that we enjoy from the superheroes we liked on the DC side, right? And so
I'll give it a shot, man. I don't know, dude.
We'll see. I mean,
even Wonder Woman was trash, the new one.
Well, I haven't seen the new one, but I like the very first one.
Okay.
Don't say the new one, man.
Yeah, I'll say about the new one. Like, it wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't a good movie either. So it's like a movie you watch one time. That's it. Like, oh, okay, and or you forget you saw it. Oh yeah, I saw that. That's right.
That's right.
Oh man, dude, I was watching that movie. And like halfway, I was like, man, I really need to turn this off because it's so bad. But then I was like, I'm already halfway in it. So I just gotta plow through it and just watch it.
Finish it.
I have to finish it now at this point. Like,
I get you, man.
Jen had already fallen asleep. Like she fell asleep like the first 10 minutes in, and I was just like,
you're just like, all right, I need to brew some coffee or drink some more. It's about to be a long
It's gonna be a long night, fellas.
It's gonna be a long night. All right, guys. So moving on to the last topic here, real quick. So, for people that are living in Texas, Texas is trying to be the next Silicon Valley, guys. I've kind of been saying this already in the last couple of years that I've already seen this trend moving, especially in Austin. There's a lot of tech companies moving out there. We're becoming, for me,
it's a great photo.
Yeah, right. And for me, there's nothing better than saying rich guy in Texas, pretty much. And so for me, like, I kind of do like that we're becoming that, right? Like the next tech company, not tech company, but next tech area as far as innovation, as far as new jobs, as far as, we're not going to be known as just pure oil and gas and, medical industry. Now we kind of get like the jack of all trades, right? Because now now tech is being invested. So we're definitely getting a nice mix of, I would say, tech stuff, but as well as like job creation. I know that they're definitely looking into using a lot of people coming from the Rice University. That's kind of like where is that in Stanford, or that's where they were kind of grabbing their talent. But now they're seeking like Rice University as well as any other colleges that are, getting a chance to get people these jobs. Of course, you'll see in tech giants like Oracle, HP, Tesla, SpaceX moving over here, creating new stuff. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on this, man?
Yeah. I mean, I can go ahead and begin first, but like, I feel like this movement is more always for these big companies is just finding a way to like make even more money, right? Like, because there's no state tax here in Texas. There's all kinds of like, I'm sure they're getting all kinds of tax cuts and benefits and to bring like all this business over here. I mean, and I know Amazon is a big thing here too as well. I mean, you got big corporations like Tesla, HP, and all them guys moving out here, but I know Amazon's been out here for quite a minute too, and even here in Missouri City where I live, they're building a huge like fulfillment center. Like, I'm talking about like million square footage of like land that they bought out here, and they're just gonna develop, create more jobs, and do all kinds of stuff. So I mean, most of these tech companies, I mean, they got money, right, to spend and do all this to just continue to make their companies, get even bigger, right? So Texas is kind of that spot where they can do all that,
Yeah,
you got the real estate.
And that's true, and I feel like we'll probably see some awesome stuff come out of this, right? As far as technology, as far as companies, who knows? We might see some awesome tech conventions that we could probably join and do some stuff over there, right? Because I'm more excited about that. Just the fact that we'll probably see a lot of this tech stuff, and I definitely want to be part of it and just see what goes on. But what about you, Derrick?
For me, it's kind of like I see it as like a good and bad thing. It's good when they say like Texas has become like next Silicon Valley. My in-laws are from Silicon Valley, and like all my family's from out there. It sucks. Like, you know, you look at like more like, housing costs are expensive, cost of living go up. So it's kind of like if you're already here, you know, yeah, good things will happen. Like, you know, your property value is going to go up. Things might start costing more. But then you have more congestion, stuff like that. So, again, I see it as that's a bad thing because like okay, so near my house, they're actually building like a Tesla, like a repair a service center. Do you remember where the old Borders bookstore?
Yeah,
that's
right.
Yeah, that's a Tesla like a repair center. I think they might sell cars there too. I don't know, but again, that's going to increase property values. I do see it as like an opportunity though, like for a lot of people, if you work in tech, like that's more jobs for you. Like Freddy, you're in tech, you could get a job with Tesla, Amazon, any other company that moves down here. There's more options for you. So yeah, it's like it's a good and bad thing. And like George said, like these guys are just here to make more money. Like for them, it's always like making more because again, they're making bank in California, but here, like George said, like, you know, they're getting tax cuts, breaks, you know, they don't have to pay for certain things. It happens every time. Like when Amazon was talking about building a fulfillment center in New York a few years ago, like that was like the big thing that got them. Despite the fact that they're making like billions of dollars, they still get tax breaks. They don't have to pay rent, stuff like that.
That's crazy.
So it's win-win for them. You know that they're playing with all the cards in their hands, and like Tesla just bought a bunch of Bitcoin. So it's like that's like printing their own money. They bought Bitcoin, and people heard Tesla bought Bitcoin. The market for that just went up even higher. So it's just like it's just crazy. They're just rolling in cash now.
Yeah. So Derrick, awesome insight on that. But you're right. It does bring good and bad, right? Definitely innovation, technology, jobs makes Texas look a lot cooler. But at the same time, there is a trade-offs, right? It's just like things are going to skyrocket. I know that in Austin, prices for housing and stuff is already going up, and it's only going to get worse as more companies start moving in and start investing in there, because Austin is a bit of it's like a little California, right? It's a lot of people treat Austin as not really Texan, and I can see that. And so I think that's kind of an attraction to a lot of people that are coming from the West Coast, because it kind of gives a little bit of a feel, like home, I guess you'd say. But yeah, even in Houston and other parts, Dallas and stuff, once more companies start investing over here, you know, values of housing and stuff will go up, and it just remains to be seen how expensive it might get, right?
So true.
So, but I'm excited at the same time. You know, I know that, like I said, there is trade-offs there, but I'm excited just to see what things are going to look at in the next 10 years. Because especially like in Houston, our main workforce population is between the ages of 18 and 25. That's our biggest population. And so that's why you're seeing a bunch of gentrification happening within downtown, as well as surrounding areas, where you start seeing all these new housing projects, as well as, you know, lofts, condos. And then you're seeing all these, you know, splurge of bars being built out of everywhere, you know. And so it's definitely adding a bit of galore to Houston, as far as, hey, you know, we're an attractive city, just like Austin and other places. And so it's definitely bringing business over here as well, right? And so, I mean, like I said, it remains to be seen how this all turns out. But we'll see what Elon Musk does with his Bitcoin.
Make more money.
Make more money.
Yeah.
Counting those stacks.
For real. So what you guys looking at for the rest of the week, guys?
I mean, for me, not too much, man. I mean, it's crazy that we're getting this, I guess, like this cold front, right? And it's going to be tearing up our city. Houston doesn't know how to react to cold weather.
Nope.
I know I was talking to a few friends that live up, up north and like Chicago and New York and stuff. And I mean, they're like, that's like nothing. Like we're overreacting, but I mean, yeah, Houston doesn't know how to drive in snow or on ice or anything. I mean, a lot of businesses are shutting down, closing up on Monday, just because we don't know how to handle it, So
I know I was in a meeting on Friday, and I was just kind of telling people, because my meeting, of course, I work with other people around the country, and so I just tell them, hey man, right now we're about to get this blizzard. I mean, like for us, seeing 1 inch of snow is amazing. So
yeah,
people go wild over that over here. So I would say whatever that we say in Texas, just take it as a grain of salt. And I mean, I know that I just heard some like ice, like I guess rain that's becoming like icy. So it's definitely been hitting the window pane. So I know it's getting a lot colder, man. I think by 4 or 5 a.m. we're looking at levels of 19 or under.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a cold one, at least Texas wise, right? I'm sure other people are like, yo, that's fine.
That's normal, dog.
That's normal. But we don't know how to handle normal down here. So that's why I've been having like a bunch of crashes and stuff. No disrespect.
That's so sad. All the stuff that those people up in Dallas had to go through, right? Like,
yeah, that was really scary. It was real disturbing to watch that video, man. It almost looks like a video game, because it just like the way those trailers were just plowing through cars. It was
scary stuff, man. Scary stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely praying for those guys out there. I know there was in El Paso, they just had another pile up as well. Not as bad as Dallas, but it just happened this morning. And there was another pile up in Magnolia, which is like in the suburbs of Houston. They had a 12-car pile up on Friday, I think. So definitely stay home. Because I know this is gonna be for a couple of days. Of course, if work permits it, or if there's some type of emergency, to just have to go out, just be as safe as possible. But if you can stay home, man, stay home. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well. I'm gonna see if I can catch up with some movies and some other stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably spend most of my time watching movie shows, maybe gaming with you guys. So definitely gonna be doing that.
There you go. How about you, dude? What you thinking doing?
Probably same, just chill. I might hit the garage, work on my car, get some stuff done, because I'm off tomorrow. So
yeah, I'll give you some reason. Probably you might be off Tuesday too, depending how this turns out.
Yeah, I was reading. I saw it might be bad Tuesday too, so maybe short weekend. I mean, a 4-day weekend.
You might as well just count the whole week.
Whole
week is gone. I got it.
February. The whole month. February is done. This is called a wash.
Cut it all.
We're done here.
Yeah. Hopefully,
what about you, Freddy?
I'll still be at work at home. Unfortunately, I can take my work at home. But I mean, there is another side of my job that I do require to be on site. But at least that gives me a buffer, to be honest, because I've been dumped a lot of work. And so the fact that right now, at least my site is not allowing people in, helps me work on other stuff that I need to finish up. So it's a little bit of a buffer for me. So I'm kind of happy about that in a way. But yeah, I mean, that's whatever. We'll see what happens. I might just lose electricity tomorrow. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna see how this whole week turns out for sure. But anyways, guys, thank you for jumping on, man, and joining this podcast. We're definitely gonna try to keep this as regular as possible, depending how things are, right? COVID's still around, so things like this are still going to continue as far as trying to run these type of chats and things of that sort. I mean, there might be a possibility that we can all meet up at one place, right? Doing our best to follow the social distancing rules and junk like that. But hopefully maybe within a year things are a lot better than what they are now, right? But definitely, guys, stay safe, as well as our listeners as well, and who are watching this YouTube stuff. Stay safe, guys, and yeah, man, have a good week, and we'll catch you on the next one. So saying goodbye from Freddy, and
who's going? All
Go
right,
ahead,
Derrick. All right, peace out, guys. I'm over there.
Oh, he's over there. I'm over here. Boy, your boy George logging out. All right, y'all everybody have a good one, man. Peace.
See ya.
Later.